Hi everyone, welcome to my channel Hello Children. In this video, we will study the poem Grandma Climbs a Tree, poet Ruskin Bond. Born in Kasoli in 1934, Ruskin Bond lives in Missouri. He wrote his first novel, The Room on the Roof, when he was 17 and has written more than 30 books for children. Grandma Climbs a Tree shows Bond's great ability to enjoy unusual events and actions. In his autobiography, Scenes from a Writer's Life, Bond talks about his Kolkata granny as a strange person who sat alone in the evenings playing Patience, a card game. My grandmother was a genius. You would like to know why? Because she could climb trees, spreading or high. She could be up their branches in a trice. And mind you, when last she climbed a tree, she was 62. Ever since childhood, she had this gift for being happier in a tree than in a lift. And thou, as years went by, she would be told that climbing trees should stop when one grew old, and that growing old should be gone about gracefully. She would laugh and say, "Well, I'll grow disgracefully. I can do it better." And we had to agree, for in all the garden there wasn't a tree she hadn't been up at one time or another, having learned to climb from a loving brother when she was 6. But it was feared by all that one day she would have a terrible fall. The outcome was different. While we were in town, she climbed a tree and couldn't come down. The speaker in the poem does not call his grandmother childish. According to him, she was genius because she could climb a tree whether the tree was high or big and spreading. She was skillful and she could climb it very quickly. She could climb the tree tireless even at the age of 62. Ever since her childhood, she had this gift. So the speaker considered her to be a genius. Even though she enjoyed for being in a tree than in a lift, she was asked by her family and well-wishers to stop climbing trees. They thought growing old should be gone about gracefully, but she would laugh and say that she would grow disgracefully. What is being graceful and what is not being graceful is subjective. According to traditional ideas, girls are supposed to be graceful and they are not supposed to climb trees in a manly or disgraceful manner. But these ideas need not to be taken as the ultimate truth. Grandma did whatever her heart prompted to do, and while doing what she liked, she did not hurt anyone. She boldly declares that if climbing trees in old age is considered disgraceful, she would choose to be disgraceful. Her reply shows a freedom of spirit. She would say she could do that better, and they all had to agree that there was no tree in their garden which she had not been up. That seemed she climbed all the trees in their garden. She learned to climb trees from her loving brother when she was 6. Her family members and well wishers feared that one day she would have a terrible fall. But the outcome was different. When family members were not at home, Grandma climbed a tree and could not come down. After the rescue, the doctor took Granny's temperature and said, "I strongly recommend a quiet week in bed." We sighed with relief and tucked her up well. Poor Granny. For her, it was like a brief season in hell, confined to her bedroom while every breeze whispered of summer and dancing leaves. But she had held her peace till she felt stronger. Then she sat up and said, I'll lie here no longer. And she called for my father and told him undaunted that a house in a treetop was what she now wanted. My dad knew his duties. He said, That's all right. You will have what you want. Dear, I'll start work tonight. After the rescue, the doctor examined Grandma and strongly recommended that she needs 1 week bed rest. The poet and family sighed with relief and looked her up very well. That 1 week, Grandma felt like a brief season in hell. She was active and unlike other grandmothers. She was confined or limited to her bedroom while every breeze enjoying the season of summer. Until she felt stronger, she kept quiet. After a week, she called her son, the poet's father, and told him without any hesitation that she wanted a house in a treetop. The poet's father knew his duties. He was very considerate towards his mother. He agreed to fulfill his mother's desire immediately because he was obedient and loved his mother. With my expert assistance, he soon finished the chore, made her a tree house with windows and a door. So Granny moved up, and now every day I climb to her room with glasses and tray. She sits there in state and drinks sherry with me, upholding her right to reside in a tree. The speaker admires his grandma and calls her a genius. When she boldly chooses to be disgraceful, he readily supports her. When the doctor advises rest for grandma, he lovingly tucks her up in bed. However, he feels sorry for the grandma as he knows that being confined to bed is torture for grandma. All these details show how much the narrator loves his grandma. His father, too, is equally considerate. When grandma demands a house on the treetop, he readily agrees and builds one on the treetop with the help of his son. After the house is built, every day the speaker climbs the tree to give grandma company over a glass of sherry. And grandma enjoys sherry with her grandson, upholding her right to reside in a tree. Please like, share and subscribe my channel. Thank you.